Hi, we're doing the tributary survey, the annual tributary survey. It's August 21st, 2021. We're starting in Bethlehem at the Monocacy Creek. Jordan Creek in Allentown. The Little Lehigh Creek. The Hockendaquah Creek, Northampton. The Copley Creek in Allentown. The Lehigh at Hockendaquah Creek in Northampton. Spring Creek in Northampton. Fells Creek in Laurie Station. Birch Creek in Walnutport. In Slatington. The Lehigh at Bowmanstown, just above Lizard Creek. So Lizard Creek. The Lehigh right out there. The Aquashicola Creek. The Pohopoco Creek. Locals call this Big Creek. This tributary on the whole river. Mahoning Creek in Lehighton. The Mock Chunk Creek. It's about a mile under a tunnel under the main street in Jim Thorpe. The Mock Chunk Creek. This is the Lehigh at the Mock Chunk Creek confluence in Jim Thorpe. We got the rubber hats here. Nescahoning Creek. So a little bit about the probe. It's a Hydrolab, it's a Hawk Hydrolab Minison 5. So it's smaller than the DS5 that we have been using. It takes 8 AA batteries. And the guard is smaller. Inside we have the nitrate probe is the red one. The temperature sensor is stainless steel. This is the luminescent dissolved oxygen probe. This is the pH sensor. It's got the glass electrode right there at the tip, and it's got the ORP and a reference junction. This is the luminescent dissolved oxygen probe here. This one. And then the specific conductance is this one with the gap. So the water goes in the gap. It's a 1 centimeter gap. And there's a pressure transducer in there somewhere to give us the depth. So, and then we connect the probe to a handheld unit where we can save off the files to Excel files, CSV. So that's how the probe works. So these are the results from our trib survey. Here's the tributaries on the left. So we have percent oxygen, nitrates, pH, specific conductance, temperature, the time we did the work, the Lehigh River variables down here. Basically a view of the river from Jim Thorpe down through Lehighton, Perryville, Bowmanstown, Walnutport, Laurie Station, Northampton, Copley, Catasauqua, Allentown, Bethlehem. So if we look at specific conductance, we see that's a measure of how much material is dissolved in the water. So the low ones are Nescahoning Creek, Mauch Chunk, Mahoning, Pohopoco, and the Lizard. Then they go up. Generally, the southern tributaries are higher, but here, Monocacy, that's in Bethlehem, Jordan, Little Lehigh, Catasauqua, Copley, Spring Creek is in Northampton. So the highest one here is the Monocacy Creek. That has the most dissolved material in the water. If we look at nitrates, nitrates is unhealthy if the water's if it's above 10 ppm in the water. Some of the tribs very low, like Nescahoning Creek, Mauch Chunk Creek, but the high one is Catasauqua Creek in Allentown and Fells Creek in Laurie Station. Monocacy, Little Lehigh. So the higher ones we may want to look at from the standpoint of agriculture, lawn fertilizer, runoff, wastewater, and so on. The temperature is a measure of, the cold water fisheries, of course, to support trout. The Catasauqua wins the prize as the coldest tributary at 59 degrees. Obviously a well in that vicinity. But the Pohopoco Creek is generally the next best one. It's 62.1 degrees. And then the others pretty much evenly distributed, with Monocacy taking the third prize.